Good afternoon. It is the 14th of September 2022 and I'm doing my reading from my favourite UCB word for today, and I'm in Harbour Church, which is the local church, which is literally 2 minutes from my home, and it's a beautiful sanctuary here, and it most certainly has been for me since I moved here. So today is when you're disappointed, I am deeply discouraged, but I will remember you. And that's Psalm 42, 6 NLT. Now, for some reason, I'm chewing the gum. I don't normally, but at least it stops me from coughing. It's very cold and rainy and damp outside, and I suggest people stay in if you can. But obviously, those of you that need to be out, and those of you that are up in London or planning to go to London to pay your respects, it's going to be very cold and damp. Wrap up warm. And take care, really. I mean, I'm saying to people, don't go. I know it just sounds really strange. It's not. I'm not going, and I know London very well. And I have places that I could possibly go and stay at, but it's just going to be. It's too much, especially for the elderly and for children. I can see very much poor Prince Charles and all the royal family. They must be absolutely exhausted. I remember my own parents' funeral, she had to have 2 funerals for my mother, and how incredibly exhausting that was, and that's not doing it in front of the world. So please, let them have some rest, let them have some private time, give them some time also to grieve. Anyway, so I'm going to do this reading now. Max Lucado says, when God doesn't do what we want, it's not easy. It never has been, and it never will be. Faith is the conviction that God knows more than us and he'll get us through. Disappointment is caused by unmet expectations, and it's cured by revamped expectations. Don't panic, don't give up, be patient. God's in control. It ain't over till it's over. Excuse me, that's a line from a Lenny Kravitz song. So, when you're disappointed, look inward. David asked, why am I discouraged? Why is my heart so sad? Version 5 NLT. Admit how you feel. You can't deal with what you don't acknowledge. Ask God to show you the root of the problem. Is it pent-up anger, envy, unforgiveness, pride, lust, physical and mental fatigue? Be open to what he reveals. Look upward, David said. I will put my hope in God. I will praise him. V5 NLT. Instead of focusing on your discouragement, focus on the one who knows the way out. Remember God's past faithfulness. David said, I am deeply discouraged, but I will remember you. Through every trial, Joseph clung to the reassurance that God still controlled his destiny. Recalling God's faithfulness builds your confidence that he'll continue to provide. For remember, you don't have to understand just because you can't figure out what God's doing right now. Doesn't mean it won't make sense later. He causes all things to work together for good to those who love him. Romans 8:28 NASB 5. Don't give in to bitterness. When your hopes are dashed, resentment can set in. If God is for us, who can be against us? Version 31 NKJV. Regardless of how deep the pit may seem, God is on your side. That's very interesting. And a lot of people who don't believe in God, but you have your own, whoever you believe in, whether it's Muhammad, whoever you believe, everyone, I'm sure you will believe in someone. Could be you could worship trees. I love all kinds of things. And as I said, I'm also looking at all that, with the rain we have here. I mean, it's all flooded in town again. We don't have much rain, but look, all the people in Pakistan, all the floods. And I think there's a little bit of people, as I said, I don't watch the television, but I do listen to the radio. And it seems that everything in the UK, there is no other news. And because it's a big, big thing in Britain, obviously. But a lot of people are getting a bit fatigued from it already. And so I don't, it means different things. Everybody has a different feeling about everything. It has brought up massive amounts to me of my parents, what happened to them, especially my mother. And I have gone back through all of the stuff that I did with her, and I kept the notes on absolutely everything that happened to her in the hospital. And because I don't want that to happen to anybody else, and I know it has done, there's been a big, massive, I would say, I don't know what the word, I can't find the words to say really, because it's so multi-pronged where it was just mucked up from every single direction. But it's so that it doesn't happen to other people. I saw what went on in that hospital. And as I said, those of you who've seen my Twitter page, all the people that they said to me, "Oh, have you complain, make a formal complaint." Why should we have to keep complaining? I hate complaining. But why is it seems to the default here in the UK, oh, if we can't solve your complaint, then you can take it to the ombudsman. There must be more ombudsmans in this country than anything else. Why don't, if you're providing a service or you're supposed to provide a service, then you provide that service. And if you can't, don't say you can in your advertising and marketing. I worked for many, many years in advertising and marketing, and I see the budgets. And you need to spend that money on training, the product that you're selling, make that a proper product, and train your staff. The customer service is absolutely horrendous. And I did have faith in one or two of them, but now I've actually had to mark them off my list. But I will give praise where praise is due and say thank you. I always say thank you. If someone's done a good job, thank you. I don't know, it's just my thoughts. It's been a very, very, very emotional time for everybody. So those of you, find your space, find a little bit of peace. I think that's what we all need. The whole world needs peace. Really. God bless you all. And best of luck, King Charles. And all the royal family. All families everywhere. And you need someone to help you. God listen.